Asia, a continent known for its rich tapestry of cultures and religions, is also home to a surprising and vibrant Catholic presence. From bustling cities to remote villages, millions of devout Catholics practice their faith amidst diverse traditions. The top 5 Catholic countries in Asia, each with its own unique blend of history, challenges, and devotion, showcase the resilience and growth of this faith in an unlikely region. In 2024, these nations stand as strongholds of Catholicism, where faith intertwines with daily life in profound ways. Discover the heart of Catholicism in Asia and its dynamic future in this compelling journey across the continent. The Philippines continues to be the largest Catholic country in Asia, with over 80 million Catholics as of 2024. Catholicism in the Philippines is deeply embedded in the national identity, having been introduced by Spanish colonizers in the 16th century. For over 400 years, the Catholic Church has shaped Filipino culture, from religious traditions and festivals to its role in politics and education. The annual Simbang Gabi, a 9-day series of masses leading up to Christmas, the Feast of the Black Nazarene, and various fiestas dedicated to patron saints are among the most significant religious events celebrated by the Filipino Catholic community. Beyond religious practices, Catholicism also plays a central role in Filipino social and political life. The Church has historically been a powerful voice in advocating for social justice, human rights, and democracy. For example, during the People Power Revolution in 1986, the Church was instrumental in peacefully ending the regime of Ferdinand Marcos, reinforcing its position as a moral compass in the country. While Catholicism remains dominant in the Philippines, the Church is facing challenges such as increasing secularism among the younger generation and the growth of other religious denominations. Nonetheless, Catholicism remains deeply rooted in Filipino life, and the Philippines remains a crucial hub of Catholic faith in Asia. India, a predominantly Hindu country, is home to about 20 million Catholics, making it one of the largest Catholic populations in Asia. The Catholic Church in India has a rich history, dating back to the arrival of St. Thomas the Apostle in the 1st century, according to tradition. Portuguese colonization in the 16th century further strengthened the Catholic presence, particularly in regions such as Goa, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. In Kerala, for instance, the Syro-Malabar Church is one of the oldest Eastern Catholic churches, boasting a rich liturgical tradition that blends Eastern and Western Christian practices. Catholicism in India is characterized by its role in education, healthcare, and social services. Many prestigious schools, colleges, and hospitals are run by Catholic institutions, contributing significantly to India's educational and healthcare systems. Despite being a minority, Catholics in India often hold significant influence due to their contributions to society and their active involvement in charitable work. However, Indian Catholics have faced challenges, including occasional religious persecution and tension with Hindu nationalist groups. Despite these obstacles, the Catholic Church in India remains vibrant and resilient, playing a vital role in both the religious and social fabric of the country. With approximately 7 million Catholics, Vietnam has one of the largest Catholic populations in Southeast Asia. Catholicism in Vietnam was introduced by French missionaries in the 16th century and grew steadily despite periods of persecution, particularly during the French colonial period and after the establishment of the communist government. Vietnamese Catholics have endured many hardships, from restrictions on religious freedom to outright persecution during various political regimes. Despite these challenges, Catholicism has remained a strong and resilient force within Vietnamese society. The Catholic Church in Vietnam is particularly influential in the southern regions of the country, where religious practice is more open compared to the heavily regulated north. Vietnamese Catholics continue to participate actively in religious life, with vibrant parish communities, youth groups, and charitable organizations. Major religious celebrations such as Christmas and Easter are widely observed, and pilgrimages to important religious sites, such as La Vang, where the Virgin Mary is believed to have appeared, remain popular. The Catholic Church also plays a role in education and healthcare, operating schools, hospitals, and orphanages across the country. In recent years, there have been signs of increasing religious tolerance, allowing Vietnamese Catholics to practice their faith more freely. South Korea's Catholic population, which stands at approximately 5.8 million, has grown steadily over the past few decades, making it one of the most dynamic Catholic communities in Asia. Catholicism was introduced to Korea in the late 18th century through lay people who encountered the faith during diplomatic missions to China. Despite initial persecution, the Catholic Church grew, particularly after the Korean War, when it played a crucial role in providing social services to a war-torn country. One of the reasons for the Catholic Church's growth in South Korea is its focus on social justice, education, and engagement with contemporary issues. Catholicism in South Korea appeals particularly to the educated middle class and young people, who see the Church as a progressive force for social change. The Church has been involved in various movements for democracy, human rights, and reconciliation between North and South Korea. Additionally, the Church is known for its strong educational institutions, which are highly respected throughout the country. Despite South Korea's increasingly secular culture, the Catholic Church continues to attract converts, thanks in part to its modern approach to religion and its focus on addressing societal concerns. Pope Francis' visit to South Korea in 2014 helped to further energize the Catholic community, drawing attention to the Church's role in promoting peace and justice. The Church also emphasizes youth engagement, with many programs aimed at integrating younger generations into the faith. China, with an estimated 10 to 12 million Catholics, presents one of the most complex and challenging environments for the Catholic Church in Asia. The Catholic Church in China is divided between the state-sanctioned Chinese Patriotic Catholic Association (CPCA) and the so-called Underground Church, which remains loyal to the Vatican. This division stems from decades of tension between the Chinese government and the Vatican, particularly over the appointment of bishops and the role of the Pope in church governance. Despite the challenges, Catholicism has a long history in China, dating back to the arrival of Jesuit missionaries like Matteo Ricci in the 16th century. Over the centuries, Catholicism has maintained a presence, especially in urban areas and certain provinces such as Hebei. In modern times, the Catholic Church in China has been subject to strict government control, with many Catholics forced to practice their faith in secret. Nevertheless, both the official and underground Catholic communities continue to grow, particularly among younger generations who are attracted to the faith's spiritual depth and moral teachings. Recent developments, such as the 2018 Vatican-China Agreement on the appointment of bishops, have raised hopes for improved relations between the Holy See and Beijing. However, the situation remains delicate, with religious freedoms still tightly regulated by the government. Despite these difficulties, Chinese Catholics show remarkable resilience, maintaining their faith in the face of adversity and hoping for a future where they can practice more freely. The top 5 countries for Catholics in Asia, the Philippines, India, Vietnam, South Korea, and China, each offer a unique glimpse into how Catholicism has adapted and thrived in different cultural and political contexts. From the deeply rooted traditions of the Philippines to the resilience of Catholics in China, these countries reflect the diversity and dynamism of the Catholic Church in Asia. As of 2024, Catholicism continues to grow in influence and numbers in several of these nations, even in the face of challenges like secularization, political repression, and religious pluralism. Together, these Catholic communities contribute to the global Catholic Church's vibrancy and offer hope for the continued spread of the faith throughout Asia.